You can go in now, right? No? Oh, actually, can I examine? Examine! The evidence room is beyond that door. And we have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. Yeah, we'll open. Aha! The card reader is turned off, see? Oh, what is that security guard thinking? Okay, here we go. Howdy, partners. Well, well, what's made my Bambina's sky so gray? Officer Marshall? Why does it have to be him? What's that? Why does it have to be him look for? As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Yeehaw! Yeehaw. That card you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge these parts. Yeehaw. Well, what you stand there for? Get along, little doggies. The crime scene's waiting. Eep. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle you, hombres. You're busy then. Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. Now gotta talk to us? Well, I will now bribe you with food. That smell. Reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? No, I just saw a special on the television the other day. Is this from my baby? Yeah, Miss Star. What's this? What's wrong? A filet steak lunch. I see. I don't see. I wonder what it means. Steak lunch. Give it to him. Alright, Bambina, you win. Ask me anything. Ask me. Okay. AMA. Well, he's willing to talk. Alright, let's talk. Well, Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. That poor little doggy. Poor guy, I keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly. Well, he told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this, but since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look like it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know. So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy. Zippy? No, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't tape the machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know? Okay. I actually like broccoli though. One of my favorite vegetables. Miss Star told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler at the scene of the crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire. You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Star, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved in the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times that no one tells us what exactly happened. There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago? The day of our case? That's right. The evidence transfers. Edgeworth was talking about the transfers too. You only like a moderate amount of broccoli at a time? I don't know. I could eat like a bunch of broccoli. I don't mind, actually. You know, ironically though, I don't like cauliflower. I really hate cauliflower. And it's this weird, probably like, it's not even the taste. It's kind of like, it just reminds me of, like powder wigs? I don't know. It's a weird thing. I'm a weird guy. Like, for some reason, I can't stand cauliflower, yet I love broccoli. I don't know. Anyway. I know what maybe 2 of the machines here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. Yeah, well, I agree with that. I agree with the cauliflower. I don't like cauliflower. The easiest one to understand are these here security cameras. Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. You're the security guard and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. That's the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. Okay. 420? No, 77777 8730579. Are these detective IDs? Yeah, detective ID. Which number is this one? 5842189. 584129159. 584218915. Okay, oh, it's right here. It's this one. 514 apparently, Bruceman's ID card was used. Interesting. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that. Huh? I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's some way I can prove that record is tied to this stabbing. Probably, we could show the ID maybe. Oh, sorry, but could you explain what this whole transfer thing is about? We keep only evidence from solved cases in room. I reckon that he reckons that you reckon. You know, my cowboy accent is really bad. I don't even know if it's an accent. But I'm gonna try my best to do whatever this accent is. I have no idea. The Cap here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the Country Sheriff's Department. Yeah, I guess, I don't know, I guess he says he's from Texas, so he's supposed to have like a Texan accent, like generally like Southern American stereotypical accent. I don't know how to do it though. I'm really just, you know, well, for one, I'm horrible at accents in general, so I'm just imagining what it would sound like, but I don't know if I can really do it. I just imagine like this, like this. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. What that happened to SL9 2 days ago. Oh, hello, Green Toad Gaming. Is that Isabel? Yeah, Isabel emote. Amazing. Okay, what do we present? I guess I present the ID, right? ID? ID. There you go. I see this? This is the victim's ID card. Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot. The number on this is 5842189. Call now. Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again. Okay, yeah, it's interesting. Who's 777777? Who's that guy? He has like a very, not very, I don't know, very suspicious ID, I think. Anyway, look, the fourth number, it's a perfect match. It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. I don't know, because I was thinking, like, we can use guess IDs, right? So I'm thinking maybe someone stole his ID? I mean, it would make sense if that's the case. Yeah, but wait, what did Officer Meekins say? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What do you do? He tried to, point a knife, which is weird. I mean, if they have their ID, why wouldn't they just show it? Yeah, why would we have to point a knife at Officer Meekins? Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I could give you this ID card record. Okay. I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. Sheriff's back in White West, pretty much face. But only they trust with their shooting hand. Okay, I guess that means he doesn't have anything to say. I was actually, well, I don't know. I guess he's not a detective. I was thinking, the Marshal was a detective. He might have his own ID, but he was a detective. I guess he's not now. Not a detective now, so I guess not. Unless he has an old ID he can still use, but I imagine it'll be expired, I guess. Know anything about this? SL9, you were involved in SL9, weren't you, cowboy? I guess not. He's not gonna tell us anything, huh? But I'm pretty sure Angel Star mentioned something about that. How he was like the lead detective on that, on the SL9 incident. I guess not. I guess not. It's not gonna say anything. Know anything about this photo? No? Okay, I guess not. Blue Badger? No, okay. Nobody talks about the Blue Badger. Okay, I guess that's it. I'm assuming. Can we go inside now? Yeah, we can go to the crime scene. Show him the badge. I think I showed him the badge before, but I guess I could show it again. I think I showed him before. He said something about a sheriff's badge. Oh wait, no, okay. He didn't say anything here. But I think the last time we showed him, he said something about how a sheriff's badge is better, obviously because he's a cowboy. Evidence room. A lot of evidence. Oh, there's the metal detector. It's quiet. The investigation must be over here. Oh yeah, and the metal detector and the fishing rod used in that the other case. So this is the evidence room. Really is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Yeah, where's the dog? Where's Missile? I guess, well, we can't just stuff Missile in here. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. There's no zombie dogs here. Oh, gumshoe. Yeah. Wow! Did you slap him? Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. Wow, wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts in the head, pal. So is it true what I heard? Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish man? You totally go in. It's no problem. I can even give you $50. Yay! Yeah, it's true. So, Chief of Police Gant will loan anyone $50? Even me? Amazing! Oh, so that's what you were talking about. Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Oh, you are? Just for today? Boss for a day. But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for the day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. Oh, floor plans. Well, let's examine that. Investigating. Well, I guess nothing all that special, really. It's just an L, I guess. Okay. What do you know? What do you know? So, Detective Gumshoe, you're a boss for a day? That's right. It's an honor. Yeah, it's an L piece for Tetris. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. But if you're a boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation again. I'm adamant, though. I'm gonna take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Of course. I'm a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal. Only you can open. Interesting. I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth no matter what happens. So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee right now, right? They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. I see. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? The L6? Yeah, that case. The SL9 is in it, of course. Oh, okay. Well, it's a different case. Not the DL6 one, it's SL9. Now is the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. Oh, how about the evidence lockers? Well, this place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using their ID card. Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my third card since entering the force already. Is that a good thing? That sounds like a lot. Yeah, but I can't even lose my own right hand. Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint? Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. Oh, just like these newfangled smartphones. They have little fingerprint locks now. Beep. Yeah, well, I guess we didn't see this scene. Everything is all like, well, actually, two of the lockers are open, I guess. Stuff on the ground as well. So the only locker we can open is our own. Funny, they look like normal lockers. Now these are the latest model. There's a trick to the handle, see? The handles? On the other side of the handles is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it, blah! Well, you get a shock. If that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people in the forest that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Interesting. Okay. Again, it's funny how, like, in this, like, alternate Phoenix Wright universe, there's, like, fingerprint locks for lockers, and yet people are still using flip phones. It's a weird alternate universe with anachronistic... What's that called? Anachronistic technology, I guess. Sometimes. Okay, SL9. He mentioned SL9. Well, take this. Detective Goodman's note and that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. Because of the SL9 connection? That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know. 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there's some loose ends left on that case. Now that was a bloody violent case. Violent? So it was a murder? A serial killing? A serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. And this was 2 years ago? That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight, and started a rumor mill. Rumors about forged evidence? It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transfer the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see? So that switchblade knife. The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? I guess that makes sense. If he was in charge in SL9, he was probably in charge of the evidence, and that's why it was in his evidence locker. I guess, yeah, these ID cards, kind of like, yeah, like credit cards. I imagine, well, yeah, losing them would be pretty bad because, well, I mean, well, like, if you imagine if you lose a credit card, as long as you notice early enough, you can put a freeze on it. Can you put a freeze on an ID, though? I don't know. Because I imagine, if, for example, if Gumshoe here lost his card on the day of the murder, someone could have used his card and, you know, went to town somewhere. on the evidence room or something, I don't know. Well, speaking of ID cards though, I think we need to show this card record to Gumshoe as well, I think, yeah. To make sure, like, maybe, is he on there? I don't know. Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. I heard the rumors. So it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa! Well, what is it? Why are you so surprised? The second number. It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth? Nani? The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth. What? Not? What? Okay, so second number belongs to Edgeworth. Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? Oh, okay, so it fills up for us. So Edgeworth is this one, A730579. Came at 4:40, apparently. But before the murder. I guess we're just looking at that. Nothing special about that. I guess he's nothing else to add. I guess we should talk to Edgeworth, but well, first let's examine. Hey, what's this? Yeah, there's something sticking out of here. Looks like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence for some case. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here. There you go, pal. Making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet that evidence locker was opened recently. How do you know? If you leave things hanging out like that, evidence gets dirty and ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence? Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot too. I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat either. If you're gonna talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal. Alright. So this locker was opened recently, apparently. Interesting. Wow, look at all this big pile of junk in the corner. That looks like a car door. There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. Maybe the guy they caught was some sort of escape artist and got away? Hey, that's one of those human profiles for range testing. Oh, he's been shot square in the head. Better him than us. Okay. Look at this. Some sort of bulky equipment is gathering dust here. What a sorry-looking fishing pole that is. Yeah, oh, that's my personal pole. I never get around to using it. Wait, I've seen that somewhere before. Right, pal, that's the metal detector. The one that led to the solving of that case out of Gourd Lake, remember? Oh, right. Wow, that feels like it was ages ago. A metal detector, though. I had a hard time using that evidence in that case. Anyway. And, I don't think I've seen this one before. No, that's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it will come in handy solving some cases sooner or later. Foreshadowing. That cheap-looking box. You can't judge a person or a machine by their cover, you gotta look at their heart. I guess we can also... Can we examine every single locker? Stuff evidence, stuff with dreams. I'm not so sure about dreams, though. Won't open. Hey, pal, our security is high-tech around here. Okay, oh, okay, so it's checkmarked already. I guess we get the same dialogue for most of these lockers. We don't have to check every single one of them. Door? Door. That's the door we came through. Looks like you don't need an ID card to get out. Okay, interesting. I wonder what would happen if Officer Marshall cut the power while we were inside. Let's hope he remembers we're in here. That would be bad. We gotta start opening up these lockers. Maybe there's food evidence. Maybe not, though. I'd imagine food evidence wouldn't last very long. Very perishable. There's paint, apparently. Oh, handprint. Weird. What's this? Blood! It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint here. It looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright, what if there are other bloodstains left in the room? We should use her testing fluid to check it out. Yeah, use that. But first I want to look at everything. Paint? What's this solid paint doing here? Since the dawn of time. True art has always been a war against oppression. What? True art? I noticed there's blue and yellow paint here. Oh, blue and yellow? Blue Badger? Yeah. Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger. Oh, well, you might say this is my studio. He was working here? Here, in the evidence room? Okay. If the glove fits, you must acquit. Someone left the glove here, but only one. Detective Gumshoe, maybe? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case, you know. Oh, you mean SO9? It does have a tag on it. Yeah, it says SO9 right there. It's a rubber glove. Why is it here? I don't know. And it's kind of weird because it's like, isn't this like yellow tape put in after the crime scene? Why did someone put the glove like after they already put the crime scene glove on the tape? That's weird. Why did they do that? Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps? Again? No. There you go, pal. I'm kind of hooligan. It's apparently from the case. The case? SO9. See the stickers on one of the pieces there? Another piece of SO9 evidence. Take a look. Take a closer look. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever is broke. You wanna try and put it together? Huh, good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Well, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up. And that's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Oh, this piece looks like a bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. Oh, are you gonna do it now? Uh-oh. Actual puzzle solving. Like, literally. Like jigsaw puzzle kind of thing. Basic shape recognition, I guess. This? No? Maybe not. This? No? Okay, maybe not. This? No? Okay, I'm bad at this. I can't tell. Where does it fit? Are there more pieces? No? I thought it was this piece, but I guess not. So I'm looking at like a little, apparently there's like an edge there, like a little divot there, so I'm like, what fits there? Just like, try to combine everything, it's fine. No, no. I don't know, it's not clear to me which one fits. I was thinking it was like maybe this one? No? The divot. Like 2 divots. Oh, okay, that one. Yeah, imagine this was like 1,000 pieces. Oh no. It would take forever. I wonder if Professor Layton did something like that, I don't know. Professor Layton is known for giving you like traditional puzzles. I imagine maybe they give you like a jigsaw one as well. Let's see. Yeah, maybe this one, right? No? Maybe not? That goes to the top. I imagine this one also goes to the top. Man, it's kind of hard. I wish I could rotate this thing so I can get a better look, but I don't know. I guess not. No. This? Yeah, okay. It really is just like, you know, just recognizing where you need to put everything. Let's see. I guess this? I guess right there. That was easy. Gets easier as you go. Okay, maybe not. Yeah, this one. Yep. And what else? This one? No, okay, no, maybe not. This one, yeah. This one's more narrow. And then this piece. And then maybe not. This one? No, okay, maybe not. I was looking at the little like this part. This means that it's at the top, right? So I guess it's this one. Where should I put it? Like here? No. Where does it fit? Like this? Oh, okay. Kind of weird. Okay, I don't know. It's kind of hard to imagine the way everything fits. I guess we did it. Still some pieces missing though. Huh? I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing. Oh yeah, I got that far in 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it. Well, were some pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with. Still, it doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar. I kind of understand how it got broken. Unstable jar. Oh, we did that. 2, 4. What's this? Look, this one's open, and the red indicator lights above the door is lit. Now, that locker is coded with Detective Goodman's fingerprint. Okay, it's Detective Goodman's locker. Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that? Well, it'll be hard to get it open again if we closed it. It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere. Okay, all the SL9 stuff. I imagine the jar, the glove maybe, a knife. Emma is cute. I mean, I guess all the time, every like Phoenix Wright game, you always get a cutesy waifu sidekick every time. That's the Phoenix Wright way. I guess for now, let's see. Spray time. Oh no, wrong button. Try again. Spray time. Okay, so that's a hand. Nothing else? Nothing? No. Oh. I mean, I guess we can look at it. Like so. I knew it. This is someone's right handprint. What? Well, what's the matter, detective? This locker. It's mine. Oh, it's yours. It's yours? Please. You have to help me when they come to take me away. I promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police, even though you are police. What? You're a detective. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess that's what we learn, you know. Even though it's obvious there's a handprint here, it belongs to Gumshoe. Also, it's a right hand, I guess. That's interesting. I don't know if that's relevant. Sometimes it is. Peepeesh, peepeesh. You don't like Maya, though? I don't know. I like all the characters. They're cool. The unique thing about Phoenix Wright, you know, is all the characters are pretty wacky in their own way. They're quite memorable at the very least. Oh, blood here. Well, that must have been one massive pool of blood. I've never seen anything like it. A massive pool of blood, you say? I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective? Pale blue blood. Well, it's not blue. Well, maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien? Oh no! Well, this proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans. Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. Okay, so that's interesting. So blood there. Handprint here. Anything else? Maybe blood on the glove? No. Blood on the paint. Maybe the paint is all blood. No, any other lockers were touched, maybe? No? Did they climb up here? Up in the ceiling? No? Anything else on the floor? No, didn't seem like it. Okay, slide over here. Did they touch this one? Oh, yes, okay. Examine. Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if you've let out the door. This just might be something significant. Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. What, this? It's called lumino testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I ought to get some too. I just borrowed $50 from the chief. Where did you get this, Emma? You get it from Amazon? Yeah, I always buy it by mail order. Well, I better jot this down on the floor plans. Hey pal, look at the time. Or is there something you need to be going to? It was just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm gonna give them my report for the day. What? What's that report? Who's that? It might help, you know. Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems. Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he could use a report like this. I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you got friends like Detective Gumshoe? I'm off, pal. Later. Alright, see ya, pal. I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say, too. Yeah, he's involved. Because apparently he went to the evidence room at 4:40, I believe? And what's this locker again? It had a handprint on it, right? Like something's sticking out. And apparently it was opened recently. But whose locker is it? Do we know? I don't think we do. I'm thinking maybe Edgeworth, but does Edgeworth have the evidence locker here? I don't think so. He's not a detective, is he? He's a prosecutor. I don't know. Can I look at the floor plan, actually? Floor plan. Okay, so there's blood here, and then a handprint here, and a handprint here, apparently. I guess that's important. Because it seems to me, at the very least, you know, some kind of struggle happened here. You know, everyone was saying there was a struggle happening in the prosecutor's office parking lot, but it seems more likely that it happened here. To me, anyway. Well, for now, let's just go. Actually, can I show you some stuff? You know about this glove? No? You think he would know stuff. He did work on the SL9, but... guess not. He's not saying anything! Why won't you say anything, cowboy? Nope. Okay, maybe not. And just showing all the evidence. I'm pretty sure she's not gonna say anything. Well, let's just go. Let's just go. Okay, who can we talk to? Actually, I want to, well, is she still around? No, she's still around. You were a detective once, right? You know anything about this? Okay, I guess not. Again, she's like a former detective, not like a current detective, so I guess she wouldn't know the numbers. Oh well. Then again, she's involved in SL9, right? So, know anything about this jar? Okay, I guess not. What? I thought she would know. Glove. No, still nothing. I keep showing SL9, you know, stuff with these former detectives and they don't tell me anything. Okay, fine. Fine, be that way. Edgeworth, I guess you're here? Bellboy. Oh, guesses. My apologies. Oh, yeah, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave, so long. Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. Right. Well, he has the hotel bring him tea service. I guess he loves his tea. Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry? I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Ah, yes. You brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. Now let's talk. So, how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently. There are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time, again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, something happened? They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department? Yes. Any further investigation for this case will be directed by Chief of Police Gaunt. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why, I ask you, why? All along I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still... Wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. Yeah, why does he have a bellhop, like, at his office? I mean, imagine maybe the bellhop... I mean, the last time we saw the bellhop, he was like the manager for the actual hotel? I don't know. Maybe he's branching off to do other services? Like, you know, like, what do you call it? Like, you know, those like freelance delivery services that tends to be popular these days, like Uber Eats or stuff like that? Skip the dishes, you know? Maybe the bellhop is branching off that way. Presenting. What do I need to present? Well, actually, this is pretty relevant, so... Whoop. Oh, right. I better check this now. As I was saying, Huh? What's this? A record of ID card usage. Edgeworth, you went to the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go by Chief Gaunt, no less. The Chief of Police? Oh, a screwdriver? What's that? AI-16? Something else? It's not SL9, it's another case. He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me that he wanted to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? Would have to be the evidence. It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Well, now I'm curious about this other case. I better make a note of it. Yeah, all the time people keep saying that case is not relevant. And then it turns out to be relevant. Stubborn as always, I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. Are you sure? Okay, why not? Whose side are you on anyway? Well, she is a Edgeworth fangirl. Well, anything about this? No? Okay. Know anything about this? No, okay. I'm just presenting random stuff. I don't even know what I'm supposed to show him. Knife? Oh, okay. Oops, I skipped new dialogue. You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. Oh, you must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. Can I show him again? I know you. You probably got a hold of some information already, right? It all has to do with the case you were on, the SL9 incident, and some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. You are the man who arrived or something like... Okay, good. Okay, we get to actually see the dialogue I accidentally skipped. Right there. Okay, so... Apparently, yeah. Apparently, he was... forging evidence? Because, okay, if I get this right, it's, the SL9 incident involved like a serial killing case, and Edgeworth was on that case, along with three or four, I believe. I saw the pictures. I think it was 4 detectives. At least the 3 we know is the cowboy, the lunch lady, and Bruce Goodman, the victim. Apparently, they were all involved, and they were trying to find real evidence for the case. But Edgeworth apparently went ahead and solved the case for them, but with forged evidence, maybe. And the detectives were the ones that were reprimanded, you know, in that case. But Edgeworth apparently got away scot-free. I don't know. Well, the SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at that time, Damon Grant. I keep saying Gaunt. Damon Gaunt. That wacky old coot was involved in that case 2 years ago too then. He was a top officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? What I want to know is why was a deputy chief of police on the investigation? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't? Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying forensic science? Yes, of course. Why, just today Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminal testing fluid, Well then, you might have use for this. Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints? It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know. I've no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, no need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Thanks! How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? What? Excuse. I guess it's because he doesn't trust Detective Gumshoe to do the investigation properly. Again, ironically, the attorneys are doing the detective work instead of the actual detectives. Well, let's get going. One last investigation. Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. Well, there were ones in the evidence room. Anywhere else though? I don't think so. I'm trying to think. I don't think there was anywhere else that was suspicious that had, like, you know, fingerprints and everything. Back from the dead, Wendy. Okay, I guess it's the same dialogue. Checked this before. Wendy, old bag. Okay, I guess that's fine. Nothing else to talk about? Anything to present? No? Nothing about this? Okay, I guess I keep showing people evidence, but they don't say anything important. And I guess it's my cue to just go. Actually, yeah, I was wondering, is there anything else here? Any fingerprints? I don't think. Well, actually, when I think about it, maybe there is. I guess we could check it. Nothing I can check, really? Oh, actually, there's actually nothing to examine. It's just, you know, fingerprinting stuff. Can we examine this? Oh, we already did, apparently. But not like this. I want to examine it with the, well... Let's see, where is it? Where's the Lumino? Lumino! Alright. Yeah. Oh, we can't... Because I want to test this. Like, someone touched these, right? I mean, we can only assume it's Lana, but I wanted to make sure, you know? I guess not. There's nothing to do there. Are you sure? Let's check again. There's no... I can't... I'm pressing... Like, usually when you press the Lumino, I guess it says Y. For me, it's triangle. I guess it's the same button. You can spray, but you can't use anything with the fingerprint, though. Fingerprinting set? I guess that's it. I guess that's not relevant. I guess we can only assume that's, Lana Sky's fingerprints, I guess. I guess we're gonna go to the evidence room instead. Past the guard station, past the cowboy, who isn't here anymore, I guess. Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. Yeah. Here in this blood on the detective's evidence locker. Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Yeah. Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. A finger? Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print. I really can't tell the difference at a glance. Quit procrastinating and choose a finger. Can we choose this? That looks like a fingerprint, but I guess not. I mean, I guess the thumb? That makes sense, like there's a lot of blood, right? So it'll probably make a big imprint. Then again, it's on the side, right? So that would make sense. It seems like anyway, when I'm touching the... If I touch like a physical, I guess, surface, my thumb is on the side, it probably won't leave a good fingerprint. So I guess maybe this one? The index finger? Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes. First, we sprinkle the luminant powder around. Huh? How do you do that? With enter! Okay, enter. It looks like that did the trick. The luminant powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. Huh? How do I do that? With E, okay. I know in the original DS version, you actually do have to blow in the microphone. I was hoping in PC version I thought we were gonna do that. I guess not though. I guess it's just, you know, you just press the button. Just press the button. Imagine you're blowing out the candles in the birthday cake. See? Ah, that looks like fun. Might get some of you getting used to it though. It's fine. It won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright. I guess I better give it a try. Okay. Dust! Dust! Dust everything! Dust the entire screen! Wow! And again, I know in the DS version, there's always an option to, for example, you can also use the microphone to yell objection, you know, when you yell objection! And that's when the character would yell objection as well. That's cool. Anyway, time to blow. Yay! It doesn't look good though. You found one, but this looks like nothing like a fingerprint. Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't. What does it mean? I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck? The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves. Gloves, you say? Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here. Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints? Other prints? Looking at the locker door closely. Yeah, there's another one right there. It seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print. Fingerprints outside the blood. Okay, this one. Time to dust. Dust, 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 dust. And wow, let me just blow into the microphone again, even though I don't need to. Just for the roleplay. I guess, yeah, that's fingerprint. Okay, blow here more. Oh, no? Blow, blow, blow. No, nothing. I mean, I guess, are we done? I guess maybe over here some more? No? Come on! I thought it looks like we already have the fingerprint. Is there like a finish button? Oh, okay, just put some more dust, I guess. Yay, a print so clear, it's dazzling. Dazzling. Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away. So we're not done yet? This is quite a process. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? I guess she's right. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth, and point out the person you think left these prints. Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was? Well, I could make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So whose fingerprints would we most likely find on this evidence locker? Interesting, we have fingerprints for everyone. And again, fingerprinting, like in real life, it's not an exact science, really. You know, there is like... Oh, there's Gumshoe. I guess it's Gumshoe's fingerprints right there, comparing. It's not an exact size, because there is like a possibility that people share fingerprints, you know? And everything, but yeah. So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look. I guess that's probably because I was thinking so what. Yeah, we did learn that the handprint was on Gumshoe's locker, so that is like Gumshoe's locker, so it makes sense. Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but it's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Well, thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out, yeah. And you know, interesting thing about the glove. Like, obviously, like, there's this glove, obviously. Oh, yellow crime scene tape. So it was my dream to push through the crowd and just step over the tape. It's a little daunting to counter against OSU. Overreacting a little. Interesting, yeah, this glove. I mean, I assume there's a pair of gloves, and somebody used another pair of gloves to, you know, put on gloves, and there's a hamper right here. And there's also the fact that I don't know if it's gonna be mentioned in this case in particular, but there is such thing as glove prints. You know, if somebody can find the actual glove that the perpetrator used, you can actually find fingerprints from those gloves. So that's interesting. But anyway, I guess we're here. So this is where we got the luminal fluid reaction, right? Right. There was a handprint here. Okay. Wanna try using this? There goes her sparkling eyes again. Yeah, check for prints. Let's go check it. Yay! I have to warn you about something first. What? The area of the blood was wiped away, right? We only ended up finding it using chemical means. Any prints in that area would have been wiped away too. Oh, right. So that means no prints. Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high? Don't ask me. Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand. Okay, I guess, yeah. I guess this one? The ring finger, maybe? Looks like it. I guess I never miss? You mean for, like, fingerprinting? Yeah, again, fingerprinting, as far as I know anyway, again, it's not like an exact science, and fingerprints tend to have, like, matches with other people. I know there was, like, this one case, for example, where they used a fingerprint in a particular crime, you know, a particular case, and they found, like, a match with a person from the other, like, from a completely different country, right? And they, accidentally tried to arrest that person. But as it turns out, you know, they weren't involved because they were, like, their alibi was the fact they were, like, in a completely different country, you know? And so, like, you know, fingerprinting, you can have, you know, again, I think it's like, the way it works is like the fingerprints, you know, it tends to be that people don't leave, like, an exact fingerprint on any given surface. So, you know, even though physically you might not have exactly the same, you know, fingerprint on your fingers, you might match with other people. You know, at least like about like 90% or 80%, you know, you would match your fingerprint, and that would be enough that the police would use as evidence. Or whatever, you know. Who doesn't match? Who doesn't match is Jake! Oh, Jakey! Apparently. Jake is involved. But it's a it's a bloody handprint though. Hey, these fingerprints, they... whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? Interesting. Well, that's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. Emma. This is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. Yeah, there's blood on it. The luminal reaction, the blood and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh! So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a white bloodstain. Now I wonder if it's the same person as the person that left the gloved, you know, fingerprints. I imagine not, because, you know, why would they also just leave fingerprints there as well? I don't know. But why would Officer Marshall... It looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you would call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. Oh, to be continued. Why was the cowboy involved in the evidence room? Was he the one disguising himself as Bruce Goldman? Or Goldman? Goodman? Not Goldman. I guess we'll see.